Yeah, it's about. Oh, we're on. Hello. You're part of the Clark Kent Rock and Roll Revue experience now. This man here is Lou Smith, and he's acclaimed, in my opinion, video director of many bands. I've prepared questions which you can't see because on this pixelated camera there's only so much which he hasn't seen. This isn't prepared at all. So let's start off with the basics. You video various different bands. I mean, what draws you to doing this?
What draws me to doing it? Yeah. I'm excited by music and excited by talent, and particularly in its rawest kind of states, embryo beginnings of things I love. And it's definitely, I'm lucky in where I live that that's where it seems to be at the moment happening. There's been a lot of talent emerging through, and I'm drawn to that, and I just like to. It needs documenting because I do have a talent for that. That's where my talents lie: photography, video. It's great to be able to say that I've got the word out there to some small extent.
Yeah. This is true. You live, for people who don't know, you live in South London.
Yep.
Notable bands would be Fat White Family, Warm Dusha. How do you pronounce that band's name? Because I know I'm getting it wrong. What's the actual? If anyone's into this band and thinks, "Oh, I don't know how to say the name," you can now set the record straight.
I haven't even got my T-shirt on today. My daughter does very good pronunciation. She kind of goes Warm Dusha, but it's a V rather than a W.
Warm Dusha.
Warm Dusha.
Warm Dusha with the accent. All right, so now you know.
Which means warm showers. It's a purgative term.
Indeed.
For people who can't hack it.
Okay, so you basically live in South London. You've recorded these bands. Do you think there's a through line to your videos? And do you think there's a through line to your videos? Is there some kind of thematic way of actually shooting people, or is that something that you think people can bump into?
Yeah, I mean, my shooting style has changed quite a lot since I started doing it, and part of that is to do with my eyesight. My eyesight's getting worse and worse, so I find it harder to judge focus, and I focus manually. I never had an autofocus video camera. So I used to do a lot of kind of close-ups and crash zooms and all this sort of stuff, which, looking back on it, I do like. I haven't gone away from that totally, and I still do it.
Yay! I'm very biased.
So, but more often I try and get a sort of overview of what it's like being right up in the mosh. So that's my kind of forte at the moment, being a mosh pit artist, and so staying upright whilst everyone else is losing their feet is the main skill required for that.
Have you lost equipment during that?
I have not.
Wow.
I lost bits of equipment. I've lost the knob off my camera, which I think, looking back, happened the last Fat White Family gig, and possibly, I think it was Fat White Family. It could have been Warm Dusha. I took a heavy flooring. But I didn't even notice. I used that knob so infrequently that I didn't notice anyway till several outings later, when I suddenly thought, wow, where is that knob? I need it. But I can get around it. So
you've already lost the knob in how many years of doing
I've been doing it 5-6 years. I did lose a camera on another, a lens on a different assignment. But actually at gigs, I've got things where I've snapped a couple of bits and pieces here, but nothing major.
Wow.
Generally, I kind of look after my equipment. My equipment lasts pretty well. I've still got, all my cameras that I've ever had all still work pretty much. Sometimes they've lost a slight bit of function, but they generally work.
Okay, well, the reason why I'm so just amazed at this, because I mean, I've lost equipment, I've damaged equipment, I've lost a microphone, and I've only been doing it for a very short time, and you've been doing it for a lot longer. So well done to you.
I generally I keep my bag right next to me, so I don't have that much of an issue with things stealing. I'm getting a little bit forgetful. That's the only thing. So a couple of times I've been very lucky that I've gone home and left my camera on the table, and it's still been there when I got back. So you could count that in the near misses. But
that's pretty good. That says a lot about people's,
the people know me. People in the venues that I go to know me, and they would know my equipment, and they'd probably, generally, they're good crowds.
Yeah.
And if anyone knows it was mine, it would definitely come back to me. And if you've got a big gig that's open to the wider public, then you might, you know, fall foul of it, but I never have yet. So
indeed. We'll press on. Okay, you told me once that you helped out in the production of 2 classic vids by the Prodigy. You had some interesting tales. You can share one or more. Yeah,
I mean the Prodigy. We did the Firestarter video, which was cool. Well, we did Breathe as well. Breathe, we had more hands-on actual thing. We were supposed to be hands-on with what we did for Firestarter, but a lot of it got cut, and it was just Keith Flint's performance, which obviously he's a consummate performer, so that was fine. One of the other members of the band, I don't think I should name him, wanted to be thrown. He basically wanted people to go and fight him in a gladiatorial way. He thought that'd be good for the video.
I know which one it is.
It was.
No, we don't have to mention his name. We can all figure it out. Yeah, we know who it is, don't we? Okay, well, good for him.
So, and that became a bit tiresome actually after a while. So he had to be read the right act. I think he was. I don't know whether he was. He wasn't sectioned, but he was sent off. For a while, so
then I think it's a different member now.
He still appears massively in the Breathe video. He's one of the main characters in that.
Okay. Controversial. Let's see. You told me about your experience co-directing the Cream of the Young video by the Fat White Family. Is there any notable exchange that you had during that filming that made you think differently about how you film? I mean, was that a changing experience? Was it just a routine day?
Yeah. That was kind of the first time that I'd done. I DP'd it, I suppose, would be what the correct thing, and I kind of directed to camera. Robert Rubbish was the director.
Yes.
He had the idea, the basic idea, and then on the day we sort of shared the action to camera sort of stuff. And I'd known the boys for quite a while by then, and we were all very comfortable with each other. So it was good. It was a good day. It stank. I'd say it was the overwhelming sort of thing, because we had a lot of offal, and it wasn't totally fresh, and it was slightly warm in there in the Queen's Head, and fair play to Saul for snogging a goat's head.
So was that a real goat's head?
Yeah, he was French kissing it, wasn't he, at one stage?
Right.
But we had to get that in one take. And a lot of it, there was a bit of octo-flagellation, wasn't there? Dan was getting thrashed with an oily octopus or squid, or whatever. So all of those could just be done in one take. So luckily we got them.
Okay. And how long was the shoot? It's all one day?
Yeah, all one day. I mean, I'm a bit hazy now. I think generally I like to be thorough, but I don't like to hang around too much on the same thing as well. So I mean, we got what we needed. And there was 2 or 3 different setups, I think, mainly. There was we shot a whole scene actually, which got dropped, which was Nathan sort of gimped up, getting a kick in, basically, which became part of Special 8.
Yeah,
the Special 8 video. It became
that's my favourite one.
The end of that was because it didn't really fit in with the rest of the thing, but all the other stuff, and there's a couple of band members. Obviously, the band members have been a bit, variable through time. And Jack was kind of on his way out during that time as well. So, but I thought we should leave the thing in. There was moves to cut him from the video, but I just put him back in because I thought he
control. You do quite a lot of live videos for bands. Yeah. Could you name 5 bands that you discovered this year in 2016 for future watchers?
In this year,
yes.
Well, 5. Sex Cells. I've seen them a couple of times. Been very impressed by Sex Cells. I love Primordial Soup. I've been seeing them. There are sort of local, just youngsters, trying stuff out, and I really appreciate that. Who else we got? Starsha Lee, of course.
Yay!
They're new for this year. For me, they're fantastic. Awesome performance. Very exciting. And great lyrics and ethos behind the music as well. She being the singer.
Sophia gives it all.
Sophia, yeah. She really gives it her all. It's coming from a sort of intelligent and passionate place, and I've got a lot of time for her.
Their Facebook page has been taken down again.
Yeah, she's been suffering. I think she must have there's probably some jealousy going there. I don't know who or what, but every time they have a Facebook page, she likes or whether she likes it or not, during her set, quite often her nipples, which are fairly protuberant, do make the odd appearance. And she gets flagged for it.
She does. There's a group on Facebook, and we were all talking about the fact that it's been shut down. And I said, Aaron Leslie, who's another videographer, he said that the Devil's Nipples, or the Devil's Taps, have probably shut it down. I said, well, that's a great name for an album.
Yeah, I saw that.
So the Devil's Taps,
thread.
You heard it here first. My God. So Starsha Lee, you said Sex Cells, Primordial Soup, so two more.
Two more. Who else have I been seeing? I like Angus Knight, There's No Friends, and I suppose Happy Meal would be the other one, I guess. And I can't really put Shame in that group. I love Shame as well. But I've seen them a couple of times this year, but I'd already seen them previously. So yeah, those bands I'd never seen before this year, and I have seen now, and I'm the richer for it. Yeah.
Cool. Top tips. We have my last question. It's kind of like two questions in one. Videoing live bands, is it an art form? And if so, why is it not given the same cultural, legacy as, say, photography? Why is that the case?
I don't know. People generally, I mean, there's a sort of law of diminishing returns with both photography and videography. If you're gonna do videography, for me, I'll choose like the best take from that night and publish that. I won't, because people are, especially now, they haven't got the attention span, and if they're watching it on a phone, they're going to miss out a lot. So it's got to be something that people really want to look at enough to either put headphones on or give it a blast, so they get the or watch it on a big screen. So it's kind of a shame in a way that people don't have time to do that. I get much more, really, in a sense, publishing one good photograph than I do for publishing 20 photographs. I get more likes on one good photograph. I'm talking about social media now, obviously. Social media whore, like all the rest of them. I like likes, obviously.
Get us out, we're trapped!
If I take
social
photos
media.
of people, it's nice to get some response from that. And I accidentally put my Facebook account into like nobody can see this mode by accident. I didn't even realise. And I just thought, yeah, but
no one's looking at my really cool photos. Look at this one. I don't know, Michael Jackson, but no one saw it.
Yeah, exactly. So my missus pointed that out to me. We probably got that on some weird thing, and I did have like friends of a couple of people that I met once, and that's it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, I think the other part of that question is plug your own project. Yeah. Anything that you're doing now that you think people should know about and should see.
What I'm doing now? My personal thing is that I've about a year ago. I've had a fascination with amphibians, frogs, jewellery, all that sort of side for ages, and alchemy. I'm combining all my joys of love of frogs and all this sort of stuff. I found a load of dead frogs. Cut a long story short, found a load of dead frogs last year, and I've been working out ways to immortalise them. So I've been electroplating them, and that's kind of spun off. So I'm making other electro-formed jewellery from natural forms, and also some origami. I've got one.
Yeah,
you can see that there's a little origami frog that I've made, which I electroplated. That's a silver one. Yeah, we can see it. Good enough.
Social media calling you?
Yeah, I've been sent a sticker.
Hey! Someone loves you, Lou. They've sent you a sticker.
It's going to come in handy, I'm sure.
Indeed. Well, this has been good. I like this. We will probably do this again because he lives just up the road. Yeah. So yeah, excellent.
We'll have the roof off next time because it's quite warm.
It is summer, but yeah, social media is still calling Lou, so it's time for us to go. Keep watching the playlist. No doubt there'll be videos from Dark Willow, who I'm going to go and watch now. Yeah. And also next in this playlist we'll go for Special Ape.
Special Ape?
Yeah. Special Ape is on now, after I press this button. Say goodbye.